Okay, we're going to touch this horse today. He's had little stud colt. Remember, if you remember, we did a live video of why I don't mess with them too much the first day they're weaned. Well, he's been weaned now for 2 days, and he just started coming up to me looking for some comfort. So I'm going to show you how I take advantage of that and see if we have any success. Here we go. You can see he's not a pasture pet. So I'm going to come in here, and it's a real simple deal. When he looks at me with 2 eyes, I'm going to back off. Now he's looking at me with 1 eye. There's 2 eyes. There, I'm going to touch it. Looking at me with 1 eye, I'm going to do what I can. There's 2 eyes. Can I draw him to me? Just like he was roped. No. So 1 eye, 2 eyes. Take the pressure away. I want him to know if he looks at me, there's no pressure. 2 eyes. Take the pressure away. 2 eyes. It's a real simple process. If you think about it like this, every time they look at you with 2 eyes, back off. There's a step. A lot of people ask me how come I use a stick or a flag at the beginning. Sometimes just being close to them is more pressure than they can bear. And if you use something that's not quite as big, they don't feel as threatened. Just my opinion on that. I want to go up there and put my arms around his neck. Well, I can't do that if my body standing next to him scares him. So this is how I'll work on that. 2 eyes, pull him to me. There. There's a step. I don't know if you can see it or not. 2 eyes, pull him to me. Eyes, pull him to me. He's looking away. Now he looked at me, I'll take the pressure off. If he doesn't want me next to him, I want him there. I want him to know that when he looks at me, that pressure that was making him uncomfortable just by me being close to him disappears. But in order for that to disappear, he's got to figure out that he has to look at me just like that. And I'll pull him to me. He's looking in the corner. He's looking at me, I'll walk away. There, he took a step to me. I don't know if you can see it or not. 2 eyes, pull him to me. 2 eyes. And it's not a speedy man. And this is, I'm trying to convince him that I'm going to give him as much comfort as his mom did. Well, every one of these horses is different, And the more that they've been raised out, the more concerned and less likely to believe you that they are. 2 eyes, take my hand away. I want 2 eyes. I don't want to get myself in a bad place here, but I want him to look at me and let me in. Right there, I'm going to pull it to me. There's that step. There's that touch. And that one little light touch was enough. He'll let me know when he can handle more. I think this is a 1/4 horse Arabian cross, I think. And so he's got a little fire in his belly. I want him to draw. Touch him, and that's good enough. That one little light touch will turn into all the hugs and rubs and kisses that you want to give him. But if I try to take more than he's offering, it's going to scare him. Just flat out. That's the easiest way to say it. But if he keeps offering me touches, it won't be long, I'll be scratching him. Now his hindquarters is facing me and he's looking over the window there. I'm just going to move around and present myself. When he looked at me, I'm going to pull that pressure away. I'm looking for him to step to me with his shoulder. Draw his mind to me. There. I don't know if you can see it or not. And I'm not trying to drive the hindquarters away from me. I don't want any of the body parts afraid of me. I want him to draw to me, not get away from me. 2 pets. And he goes back to his little hidey hole here. I'll let him sit there for a second. Now I'll move around. There, he stepped to me. There. This little bit of comfort is all he's needing right now. When I'm scratching on him like that, I want to take those scratches away before he leaves. I don't want to get so greedy that I'm still scratching him in there while he's trying to get away. I'll move over here. Move over here. Can I draw him to me? One thing I gotta say is I'm not over here banging on his hindquarters to drive it out of that corner. I want him to walk out of that corner and come to me. It's an extra 2 or 3 minutes, but the whole attitude and the whole scenario is I'm not in here making him do anything. He's choosing to do what he wants to. In 2 or 3 days, he'll want the halter on his head. It'll be his choice. Some horses, in 2 or 3 minutes, they want the halter on their head. If you're not willing to go the pace of the horse you're working with, you probably ought not to be doing it. Because not every horse is going to pick it up or want to even participate. Like the one you just got done doing, the next one will be totally different. Get his mind. Step to me. He didn't want touch that time. I'm just going to hang in here and prove to him that getting touched is a lot better than being alone. I'm not going to hit that hindquarters. I'm going to get out of the way, get his attention. I need 2 eyes. There. Pulling. I'm back to that. for a brief instant there, when I held my hand out, he could draw to me. Well, I'm willing to back up to the first step anytime he needs me to, at the very beginning. And that's the reward for that. If I'd have chased him around there to pet him, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I don't like his hindquarters facing me like this. So instead of driving that hindquarters away from me and scaring the hindquarters away from me, I'm going to go over here and see if I can get the shoulders to come to me. Just like that. And I'm going to say, hey, little guy, how about another pet? Yeah. How about another pet? Yeah. If I can get him addicted to me rubbing circles on his jaw, he's haltered. And not every horse will let you get this close and use your hand. Some horses you have to use a tool. Well, I'm not using a tool right now because he's letting me get close enough to use my hand. I want my hand to be what's drawing him to me. I want him to draw to my hand for comfort. That's going to become real important when we try to stick the halter on his head. Get his attention. Hit him. Touch him. Now, if he was running around here trying to kick me and this and that and the other thing, we'd be doing things different. Remember, we dance with who we took to the party. This little horse is not trying to hurt me and defend himself. He's not panicked. He just doesn't know. And our job is to educate him so he does know. We want to keep him on this side of trouble. Because when he figures out that we're not anything more than just part of his world and a provider of comfort, he'll get really friendly and come up to us and draw up to us. We only get one chance to give him a first impression of what we're going to do. I want him to be a willing participant, not a prisoner, not a captive, not terrified and shut down. I want him to choose all the way through the process. 2 lies, leave him alone. If we can convince him that we are going to become just as important as his mother, there ain't a single thing that he won't do for us. I'm trying to draw him to me a step, just like I had a neck rope around his neck. Squirt that way, so I'll just come over here. Now I'm going to step over here and block him this way. He's been coming to this corner here. He's been coming to this corner here to get away from the deal. Now I'm in the corner. So I'm not really putting more pressure on him, but I'm making him think more about the deal. looks at me, I'll touch him. When he looks at me, I'll touch him some more. But I will not chase him. I will not move my feet and chase him. He wants in this corner really bad, so we're using that to help us learn, to help us develop draw. When he looks at me, I stayed in there a little too long. There. I want him to draw to that hand. There. Draw to the hand. There. You stay safe. I'm not going to let him kick me because I said to you earlier, I'm not going to drive that hindquarters away from me. I'm going to treat him the way that I want him to treat me. So if he starts doing this in an aggressive posture, yeah, I'll defend myself. There. There. Scratch that. There. And leave him alone before he leaves. There. 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 Leave him alone before he leaves. I don't want to give him a reason to think that he has to defend himself. The only thing wrong with him right now is anxiety. Now, I'm not going to stay in that corner if he's yielded his hindquarters to me and backed up. I'm not going to stay there and see if he'll kick me. There. 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 Comfort is everything. There. There. This is the beginning. I don't know if you can see this or not. Rubbing his jaw, rubbing his neck, scratching his withers. Now I'm going to see if I can get over here, and we'll see if we can get one more time that. And a lot of these babies, when I work with them, I might work with them for 10-15 minutes and then go work another horse or another couple horses. And then come in here and work with them again. There. I'll move this so you can see that corner a little better. There's that jaw, neck, withers. There's where the fly's been bothering him. And so, we've made contact with him on his terms. And just by doing that, we've proven to him that we have value to him. And as we go through the program, it will just get easier and easier for him to choose us. There you go. There you go. And if he gets to crowding me and stuff, yeah, I'll get bigger. He couldn't crowd another horse. He's just coming in for comfort now. Now it's our job to teach him parameters. But until he'll draw to us, there's no sense in beating on him and driving him away. I don't want him to know that getting drove away is what we're doing. I want him to draw to me. And like I said, I might work another horse, another 2 horses, and I'll come back in here and repeat this lesson. But we took him from what he's doing now to drawing to us for some comfort. And the halter will be on probably tomorrow or maybe this afternoon. If you have to take an extra few minutes to teach a thing, that's time well spent. Anyway, that was his first work, first contact, and we did a lot more in there than you think, and it's a good beginning. He's right on track.